So good morning. Student is asking me the questions to partnership in months. Okay. So for example, if the question is something like this, for example, for example, A invested around 10,000 rupees in the business, and let us assume that, and B invested 20,000 in the business. Okay, so A invested 10,000 rupees and B invested 20,000 rupees. Now let us see how long they are in the business. For example, if I say that, yesterday paper student, please let me, please post your questions. If you have the paper with you, please post your questions. We discuss immediately. If you have the questions, you please post immediately. Right now. So student, for example, if A is in the business for 5 months, if A is in the business for 5 months and B is in the business for 7 months, then in what ratio the profits are distributed? For example, if this is the case, then what we do, my dear students? A's investment is 10,000 rupees for about 5 months. We need to multiply the same by 5. And B investment is 20,000 and of course he is in the business for 7 months. Then we need to multiply by the months they are in the business. Therefore, we come to know that their partnership, so the profits must be distributed in the ratio 5:14. Sometimes the question can be set like this. Sometimes it may be given that A left the business after 5 months. For example, if it is given that A left the business for after 5 months, A 10,000 rupees and of course B 20,000 rupees. If it is given that A left the business after 5 months, we should be taking something like this: A's investment 10,000 rupees for 5 months, B investment 20,000 rupees for 12 months. The reason is A only left after 5 months, B continued for all the 12 months. Therefore, we need to multiply their investment by the number of months they are in the business. That is how we do it. Actually, there are many questions, but this is how we can handle this kind of questions. Anyway, we will be discussing this again. Sure, why not? Because once the topics are done, we will definitely discuss those questions. Student, okay? So this is the basic information about that. So we discuss profit and loss from the basics once again. Now here we go. So please answer these questions. I think you will be able to answer this. Right, okay, very good. Come on student, please answer these questions. Here we go. Cost price of an item is 400 rupees and if a trader wants to get a profit of 20%, tell me what should be the selling price? Quick. Question number 2. Selling price of an item is 400 rupees. So selling price of an item is 400 rupees. And if a trader gets a profit of 25%, what is the cost price? Do it. Student, just listen to me. So 20% of 400 is 80 and we can take profit on cost price because the profit is always depends on cost price. So 80 rupees is the profit and hence the selling price must be 480. The reason is profit should be calculated only on CP. So when CP is given, obviously yes, we can handle this question. Now look at, when question number 2 is given, students, you are given the selling price. Whenever you are given the selling price, 400 should be equated to 125%, because by selling for 400 you get your money back, and not only that, you also get 25% profit. Very good, excellent, that's good. Therefore 400 is 125%. Now we need to know what is cost price. So 100 into 400 divided by 125. Therefore your answer must be 320. So question number 20, your answer must be 320. Very good. Well done. So yes, I think yes, it is going very fine. I think we can keep moving. Come on student, please look at that. Here we go. By selling an article for 600 rupees, if trader loses, for example, 25%, what is the cost price? Come on, keep doing. By selling an article for 600 rupees, by selling an article for 600 rupees, if a trader loses 40%, tell me what is the cost price? Keep doing, keep doing. Here we go. Student, just look at that. By selling an article for 600 rupees, we can see we could able to realize only 75% because we lost 25%. So 25% because we lost, therefore we got only 75%. So 75% is 600, hence 100% is equal to how much? So yes, your answer must be 800. So that is about, good, 800. So look at question number 2, question number 4. By selling an article for 600 rupees, a trader recovers only 60% of what is invested. You understand that why 60%? Because he lost 40%. So when he lost 40%, we can say that he could able to recover only 60% of what is invested. So 60% is 600, therefore 100% is how much? And hence I can say that it is 1000. Let us discuss some beautiful questions. Once again, here we go. Question number 5. Student, just look at that. By selling an article for 1200 rupees, okay, a trader loses 20%, okay. Now just look at that. What is the cost price? Okay, now here we go. By selling an article for 1200 rupees, come on student, please look at that. A trader loses 33 1/3%. What is the cost price? Please answer these two questions with command. Look at that. Yes, it is correct. Student, now just look at that. In question number 5, by selling an article for 1200 rupees, the person could able to recover only 80% because he lost 20%. He lost 20%. Because you can see that he lost 20%. He lost 20% means he could able to get only 80% of what is invested. So 80% is 1200 rupees. Now we need to know what is the cost price. Yeah, very good man. So yes, what you said is right. Cost price is 1500 IX. Yes, wonderful. Now please, may I have your attention please, my dear students. Now look at the next question. Now look at the next question. Please look at that. Students, see, loss percent is 33 1/3%. Which I mean to say that percentage is not convenient. Did you see, my dear students? Percentage is not convenient. If it is something like 20%, we could have equated to 80%. If it is given 30%, we might have taken 70%. But percentage is not convenient. Please listen to me carefully, man. Please listen to me carefully. When the percentage is not convenient, we have other option. What is that? Fraction. If the percentage is not convenient, we can handle this question in fractions as well. So you know how? You know how? Student, tell me what is the loss? 33 1/3% means 1/3. What is the meaning of 1/3 loss? What is the meaning of 1/3 loss? Out of the investment of 3 parts, he lost 1 part, which means to say that by selling an article for 1200, he could able to recover only 2 parts. You understand what is 1/3 loss? 1/3 loss is nothing but out of 3 parts, he lost 1 part. Out of 3 parts of the investment, sure, I'll explain you, wait, I'll explain you. So out of 3 parts, he lost 1 part. He lost 1 part means how many parts he could able to recover? 2 parts. Therefore, 1200 is nothing but 2 parts. Now we see what is the cost price. Cost price is 3 parts. Student, do you understand, man? Therefore, for question number 6, your answer is 1800. That is why, student, I am telling you, aptitude is a dynamic topic. We can never say the topic is all over. It will never over in your lifetime. So every time you will be getting new questions, every time new questions. It is a continuous process. You see, student, okay, this question is convenient because you lost 20% means you got 80% back. So 80% is 1200, 100% is equal to how much? So 100 into 1200 by 80. You must be doing the cancellations, isn't it? After cancellation, you will be getting 1500. But when the percentages are not convenient, we should be doing in a different way. Student, okay, am I clear to you? Probably I should be giving you some more questions. If I give you some more questions, you will be able to get it. Okay, very interesting, you know. See how aptitude becomes so interesting once it is already completed. So that is the beauty of aptitude. Okay, man, let me give you some more questions. Students, now just listen to me. By selling an article for 360 rupees, by selling an article for 360 rupees. Yeah, sure. Student, I will explain you similar to 6th question, okay? Similar to 6th question. You really get it right. By selling an article for 360 rupees, a trader loses 33 1/3%. Please find the cost price. Okay. By selling an article for 770 rupees, a trader loses 12.5%. Find cost price. Yes, students, so discuss one more time. Why 3? Because 33 1/3% is 1/3, man. So we can handle this question in percentages, or else we can also handle this question in fractions. If you find percentages are not convenient, we can handle this in fraction as well. Shall I explain you once again? Yeah, here we go. Yeah, student, just look at that. So 33 1/3% is nothing but 1/3. You know that? 33 1/3% is given by 1/3. So what is 1/3, man? Out of 3 parts, he lost 1 part. He lost 1 part, which means he gets 2 parts back by selling for 360 rupees. Student, you understand that by selling for 360 rupees, he could able to recover only 2 parts. How do you know that? Because out of 3 parts, he lost 1 part. So 2 parts are 360. Now let us see what are 3 parts. Cost price is 3 parts. Student, do you understand this, man? Therefore, your answer must be 540. This is question number 7. Will you tell me what is question number 8? Now, yes, you are getting it right. So it is only a matter of clarity, man. Once if I could able to tell you the right process, you can easily handle that. Excellent, excellent. I really appreciate that. Student, now here we got 12.5% is nothing but 1/8. So what is 1/8 loss, man? Out of 8 parts, he lose 1 part. Out of the 8 parts he invested, he lost 1 part, which means to say that by selling an article for 770 rupees, he could able to recover 7 parts. How do you know? Because he lost 1 part. He lost 1 part in the sense he could able to recover 7 parts. I think you understand this. So 7 parts are 770. Now the cost price is 8 parts. 8 parts are how much? 8 into 770 by 7. So come on, student, it cancels for how many times? Student, am I clear to you, man? Yes, I think yes, we are going very good. It is a good indication that yes, you are getting the point so good and you are responding so well. So student, did you see? This is the beauty of aptitude. Aptitude never ends, man. It continues forever. More the questions we do, more the questions we can do. That is the reason why this topic is given in every competitive examinations. That is the significance of the topic. Student, yes, am I clear to you, man? Shall I move on to next questions, please? Yeah, please. May I know? Can I move on to next questions? Clear? Very good. So I think yes, you are clear. So now you understand that aptitude, every time we come across with new questions, it is the nature of the topic. Therefore, you should be well prepared for that. Okay, student, right man. So this one we discuss. These questions already we discussed. I don't want to repeat those questions again. Yeah, we discussed this one man. When cost price of both the items is same, profit and loss percent are also same, there is no profit, no loss. You know that already. This one already we discussed. So now we move on to next question. Please look at this. Come on student, please look at this. What is this question? This question is all about, 60% of the cost price of an item, 60% of the cost price of an item is equal to 50% of the selling price. Then the percentage of profit or loss on the cost price is. Student, before we handle this question, I just want to remind you one thing. Student, please let me know, just forget about this. Let me remind you one important point. I just want to do that. Student, do you remember that 10% of 20 is equal to 20% of 10? Student, do you remember this one? 10% of 20 and 20% of 10 both are same. You remember man? Did I tell you this? You remember this point? Student, please respond. Do you remember? 10% of 20 is no different from 20% of 10. You remember this percentage calculations? I think yes, because we discussed in percentage calculation, you might still remember this. So student, please remember, listen to me, when percentages are in the ratio 1:2, percentages 10% and 20%, when percentages are in the ratio 1:2, see how the values are. Values are in the ratio 2:1. You remember this, my dear students? So when 10% of 20 is equal to 20% of 10. So when percentages are in the ratio 1:2, so therefore we can say that if A percent of, for example student, A percent of B is equal to B percent of A. This is the fundamental principle in percentages. Therefore, now listen to me. When percentages are in the ratio A:B, then values will be in the ratio B:A. You remember that? Now we are going to make use of this concept and we will be discussing this question right here. Student, just listen to me man. 60% of, so what you are given? 60% of the cost price is given, 50% of the selling percent, 50% of the selling price. This is the information we are given to you. Student, just listen to me. Percentages are in the ratio 6:5, 60% and 50%. When percentages are in the ratio 6:5, cost and selling prices will be in the ratio 5:6. Student, I hope yes you remember this. So, can you get it man? Am I clear to you? So now please tell me that what is the cost price? 5. What is the selling price? 6. Therefore, selling price is more. Hence you get profit. Profit is given by 1 rupee. Profit percent 1/5 into 100. So profit percent is given by 20%. So your answer is 20% profit. Student, do you remember this man? Profit is nothing but selling price minus cost price, and profit percent is given by the formula profit by CP into 100. I hope you remember these parts. So we discussed this basing on the simple logic. I hope I am clear to you, right? Let me make some changes in the question. Let me see how you answer this. Okay, now here we go. Student, please listen to me. So that is the change I made. I'll explain you. Yes, I'll explain you. You are asking me to explain the last step. I explain you. Please answer this question. We discuss one more time, student. We discuss a new question. Why to discuss the same question again? Every time we discuss new question. We discuss this question again. Yeah. So in a different direction, it's a different question in fact altogether. 75% of the CP of an article is equal to 50% of the cost price. Now in this question, now the question is whether you get the profit or loss. That is the question. Okay. Right. Student, now just listen to me. 75% of CP is given 50% of ESP. Okay. So this is the point that is given to you. Student, what about the remaining students, man? Come on, come out with your answers. Why you are not responding, man? Are you doing this one? So if you are doing this, now please respond. It is not enough to say 50%. You must say whether it is profit or loss. Sure, I will explain this. Okay. Now please look at that. Students, what we discuss is when percentages 75, 50. So 75, 25 cancels for 3 times, 25 cancels for 2 times. When percentages are in the ratio 3:2, cost and selling prices must be in the ratio 2:3. You understand that? So these two are inversely proportional, as I told you already. Hope you understand this. Okay. Cost price is 2 parts, selling price is 3 parts. Very good. Now yes, you get it right. So student, can you say that selling price is more than the cost price, therefore you get profit. What profit? 1 rupee. Profit percent formula, profit by CP into 100. So in this case, profit percent is given by 50%. You must clearly mention it is 50% profit. It is not enough to say 50%. Okay. Okay. Student? Please answer this question again. Now student, just listen to me. 60% of cost price, 60% of cost price is equal to 75% of selling price. So this is the question I gave to you. Now just listen to me. 60%, 15 cancels for 4 times, 15 cancels for 5 times. So tell me student, percentages are given in the ratio 4:5. Hence prices will be in the ratio 5:4. Very good, very good, very good. 5:4. Now you can see that cost price is 5 parts, selling price is 4 parts. We can see selling price is much less than the cost price. Therefore, you potentially lose. You lose amount. How many rupees you lost? 1 rupee. Loss percent formula, loss by CP into 100. Therefore, your answer is 20%. So in this question, if I ask you to find what is the loss percent, we can say the loss percent is 20%. I think yes. Again, you are saying 20%, but you should say whether it is loss or profit, man. If you don't say that, obviously that is not the right answer to handle. Good. It is 20% loss. Okay. Right. I think yes, I can move on to next question, man. Now here we go. Please look at this. Student, just look at this question. Look at this question. I think you can easily understand this. You can easily understand that. 20% loss. Very good, loss. Yeah, very good. Student, tell me. If the cost price of 50 mangoes, is equal to selling price of 40 mangoes. Student, do you understand, man? Now just listen to me, Let us look at this question with a simple curiosity. So how many mangoes you bought? You bought 50 mangoes. With some amount you bought 50 mangoes. And you got all your money back by selling 40 mangoes. and it is a clear indication that you left with some mangoes. Therefore, in this transaction, student, please let me tell you, it is raining over there. Okay, I understand that. Yeah. Student, now please let me know, in this transaction whether we get profit or loss. Please say yes or no. Whether we get profit or loss. I don't want the number. Say profit or loss. That's it. Respond. In this transaction whether we get profit or loss. That's it. I don't want how much, but say profit or loss. Come on. Yes, you can say that. Come on, student. Yes, I'm waiting for your answer. Profit. Certainly profit. Yes, profit, man. Profit. Because you bought 50, but you get your money back by selling. Yeah, that's right. Now let us see how much profit we get. Student, tell me. So the numbers 50 and 40. Tell me, 10 cancels for 5 times, 10 cancels for 4 times. So 50 and 40, they are in the ratio of 5:4. So by the way, prices will be in the ratio 4:5. Student, am I clear to you, man? I think yes, I am clear to you. So cost price is 4 parts and selling price is 5 parts, which means to say that you must get the profit because cost price and selling price is more. So you must be getting a profit. Tell me what profit you are getting. 1 rupee. Profit, you know what is 1 rupee? Difference between 4 and 5. Profit percent. Because profit percent should always be calculated by using the cost price. So in this case the profit percent is given 25%. Student, it is 25% profit. Therefore your answer must be 25% profit. Now come on, student, I want to make some changes in the question. Please do it. Answer this question. I just made some changes in this question. Now come on, student, please let me know. Cost price of 50, sorry, this time I gave you 60 mangoes. Cost price, so please tell me whether it is profit or loss. Okay, good. Cost price of 60 mangoes is equal to selling price of 40 mangoes. Tell me, students, number of mangoes are in the ratio 3:2. So 20 cancels for 3 times, 20 cancels for 2 times. Well done. So 3:2. When the items are in the ratio 3:2, so yeah, very good. Yes, I get it. So prices must be in the ratio 2:3. Cost price is 2 rupees and selling price is 3 rupees. Therefore, there is more selling price. So there is profit. Obviously, when there is more selling price, there is obviously profit. So what is the profit, man? Profit is 1 rupee. Profit percent 1/2 into 100. Hence profit percent is given by 50%. Sir, why you are interchanging? I am not interchanging. Tell me what is the basic point in this? If A percent of B is given B percent of A, so whenever this statement is given to you, we should get the answer something like this. If percentages are in the ratio A:B, values will be in the ratio B:A. So that point we use in this particular case. Okay, right, man? So I think yes, we can discuss one more question. Here we go. Now, student, please answer this question and get me the value. Now just look at that. Cost price of 15 tables is equal to selling price of 20 tables. Tell me, student, how do we do this? So yes, we understand how to handle this kind of questions. 5 cancels for 3 times, 5 cancels for 4 times. So 15:20, they are in the ratio 3:4. Hence the prices will be in the ratio 4:3. So the cost price is 4 parts, selling price is 3 parts, therefore there is a loss. There is a loss of 1 rupee by cost price. Therefore, loss percent is 25%. Very good, very good. In an examination, 70% of the students passed in English, 65% in maths, 27% failed in both the subjects, and 248 passed in both the subjects. Find the total number of students. Okay. Now here we go. Student, yes. To answer this kind of question, as I told you that the best process is Venn diagram. Student, tell me what is this? This is the number of students who English and maths. Student, tell me what percent of students failed in English? 30%. You know why 30%? You gave that 70% passed in English. When 70% passed in English, obviously 30% will fail. You understand that? And in maths, it is given that what percent student pass? 65% pass in maths. Therefore, 35% fail. Right? I think you understand my point. Tell me what is the common failure? 27%. Because they fail in both the subjects. So out of 27%, we can out of 30, 27% is already in common area. We can take the remaining 3%. Out of 37, 27% is already there. We can take the remaining 8%. Student, the simple point in this question is, in first two cases you are given pass, but common area you are given fail. So we have to take everything in fail. You understand my point? We have to take everything in fail. Okay? Tell me what are the total failures? 3 plus 27 plus 8. So 38% student failed in both the cases. 38 failed. So when 38% failed, 62% pass in both the subjects, which is 248. So 62% is 248. 100% is equal to how much? Your answer is 600. I think you understand. This cancels for 4 times. Therefore, your answer is 400. Good. So the point is, so you are given the pass, but yeah, good. So that is what is aptitude, student. Every time you come across with new questions, we should be able to face these questions. That is the reason why aptitude is natural ability of learning. How many questions? We can't say that. But definitely aptitude will play the main role. Aptitude will play the main role, because the very first test is always aptitude. Unless you clear in this, you may not be given the next one. How do we know 62%? How do we know? Because when 38% fail, so obviously the remaining 62% must be pass. Anyway, very nice. So I can see that. So you are getting it so good. So tomorrow hopefully we can continue the class, and let us hope that there won't be any problem tomorrow. We can go ahead with more perfection. Thank you, students. We will be meeting again.